delicious. Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.
Shout out to everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. I appreciate the love, man. Boom, 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 boom. Appreciate the support, man. 33 years of prison stories, man. We out here, we rolling, we trying to put this work in, man. Pushing positive energy, man. We trying to put that work in, man. I had a young man came in the live this morning and told me he's 19, he be listening to me. It keeps him on the right path. That is exactly why I do this, man. So shout out to you, young, and keep doing what you're doing. Stay free, stay focused, stay locked in, man. The world is yours. You just gotta go get it, man. Go get it. Big love to everybody who support the platform, everybody who support the movement, man. You know, I know things be slowing a little bit lately, and it kind of like be getting me down, but I stay locked in, man. When I heard youngins like that tell me it's doing something for them, then I keep on going, man. That's my gas, man. That's the fuel in the tank to keep me going. So we gonna keep on pushing, man. 2024, man. We in here, we locked in, man. Big love to everybody in that morning mud. Everybody who follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Pure Deliciousness, Banky Pound Prison Workout. Everybody who lock in at 6, man. Who like, comment, share, and subscribe. Everybody who's in that membership. Everybody comes in late night Twitch. Everybody who participates in the raffle, man. We still doing the raffle thing, man. People been getting that merch. I've been posting y'all and let y'all know that I appreciate it. So, man, we out here, man. We working in 2024, man. Work with me. Work with me, baby. Come on now. Let's get it going. Let's go, man. We want that 100K and beyond. We want 150, but we got to get past 100 first. So tell a friend and tell a friend, man. We out here. We pushing this energy, man. Can't stop, won't stop. TBP Nation, big love to each and every one of y'all. Man, today I was just thinking about this morning for some, I guess, scanning through, you know, strolling or whatever you call it, social media, and I saw this, man. So it made me think about the situation about them weight pals, man. Man, them weight pals in the penitentiary. Automatically, you should already know that's a dangerous place, man. It's just a dangerous place to be. A lot of people on that weight pile every day in prison, but it's a dangerous place to be because you got all that weight, man. You got all them free weights, man. You got them big old collars that hold the weight on. You got the weight bars. You got the curl bars. You got them 5-10 pound weights, man. Let me tell you something. I done seen some dudes, man, get brutalized on that weight pile, man. I mean, brutalized on that weight pile, man. And it kind of like, in a way, that's why I won't never a weightlifter like that. I really ain't really do it anyway because of what I do, boxing, and it takes flexibility, and you know, I do more calisthenics and stuff like that. But you want to put on a little size in the penitentiary because, like I say, you dealing with a lot of big jokers, man, who don't do nothing but eat weights. So you never know when you might be in confrontation with one of them dudes, like a physical confrontation where you like trapped off in a cell. He could be your cellie. You could have a big old joker as your cellie. You could be in the stairway, in the breezeway, in the salad port, in the block, somewhere where you ain't got that Bethlehem on you or nothing like that, and you can't, you know what I'm saying? You got to get down for the get down, you know, man to man, motto and mono. And you got to have some type of strength, man, to be able to keep somebody from doing what they want to do to you physically. So it behooves you to have some type of, you know, get on the weight pile a little bit of something and just get your weight up. But, man, that's why I ain't really like going on there because I seen dudes get brutalized on there early. You know, I seen jokers get hit with them weights while they up under weights. Man, listen what I'm trying to tell you now. I'm talking about dudes lifting weights and somebody come up behind them and hit them, and man, then the weight's gonna fall on you and everything. I seen one dude get his windpipe crushed. He has windpipe crushed, man. You know, he was up under the weights, and I don't know if he was beefing with the dude prior to it or whatever, but man, that joker came up and just stole him while he had the weights in his hand. Just came down on top of him, and the weights fell up on him, and everything, man. It crushed his windpipe, man. And he was just laying in there. He was trying to get the joint up off of him, but you can tell by his breathing and everything. And then, like I say, it's so vicious in there. Dudes ain't got no mercy. And a lot of dudes go overboard because they scared theyself. You won't really realize they go overboard. They don't realize that you hurt bad, and they trying to make sure that you can't hurt them. So in doing so like that, a lot of dudes go overboard, man, be overkill. You know, you could have almost killed the dude. You did almost kill the dude because the weight had already fell on his neck and crushed his windpipe. So you hitting him still. He hit the dude a couple more times, and man, that dude was shaking, man. He was shaking, just laying down there. Dudes pulled the weights up off of him, but he was just laying there and he was just shaking, man. But ain't nobody calling the police because that ain't your job to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's the vicious part about being in prison, because it's certain rules in there. You know, you might just be looking to just be empathetic and sympathetic to what happened to him. But by you trying to aid and assist him, then you in the way. You doing the police job. And that's why I say in prison, man, don't nobody care about you, man. You on your own. You on your own. So you got to always be aware, and you got to always be on top of your game, man. Because if something happened to you, yeah, help ain't coming like that. It ain't coming fast enough, and it ain't coming quick enough to really, you know, get you where you need to be if you really, really hurt. You know, they got to get out on the yard. They got to unlock the gates. They got to get people down there. They got to get medical over there. They got to get you on the gurney. They got to get you all the way back to medical. Then possibly make arrangements to take you off the compound to go to a hospital, a real hospital. That's too much. That's too much when your life hanging in the balance. That's too much, you know, and that's the type of things be happening. But that weight power, I'm telling you, sometimes they started locking the weight power. One time I've been on institutions where they lock the weight power. That way they can isolate if somebody do something to somebody in that weight power, you know, they can isolate you. Because dudes can walk on the weight power and crush you or do something to you and leave up off the weight power if they ain't see it. You know, when the police trying to put two and two together, they don't know who did it. Because, you know, somebody could have came on the weight power and left. They don't know if it's somebody on the way. They don't know nothing, and they ain't nobody going to say nothing. If they do say something, it's going to be a snitch note. They're going to write it because, like I say, when dudes see violence in prison, a lot of dudes, they don't want to be around dudes like that. And they'll try to write it and get rid of you because they done already seen what you capable of. So they don't never want to have that run-in with you or that, you know, confrontations with you. They want you away from them. So what I'm trying to say is that when you display that violence in prison, it may not be the person who you did it to that want to get rid of you. It's the next person that's scared because of what they seen. They ain't used to that. They ain't used to seeing things like that. So when they know you capable of that and you live in their environment, they don't want to be around you. So the hate gonna come from anywhere. You know, you don't know where it's going to come from. People come lock you up, and then you'll think, oh, he done went back there, he done told whoever he got out of the hospital, woo, woo, all of that type of stuff. But that may not be the case. It may be somebody else told. And that's their opportunity to get rid of you, get you away from them, because they know you might think it's this person, that person, and they could do it in you know, anonymity. Don't nobody know who did it. You know what I'm saying? They done dropped the note on you, but they like, oh, no, I don't want this joke around me. This joker just hit the dude when it, you know, so they'll get rid of you, man. Same thing when they see you use that Bethlehem. You know, they don't want you around them no more. Especially if they used to having dealings with you or money transactions with you or gambling with you or, you know, betting with you or things like that, because now they know what you're capable of, and they don't want to never be in that situation where y'all got confrontation because they seen what you will do. So they get rid of you, man, on the low. But that weight power was vicious, man. I'm telling you, it came to the point where a lot of compounds was taking the weights up off the compound because of dudes getting hit in the face with 5-pound weights, dudes getting their head and skull cracked open with the weight collars, and man, you don't know what that sound like to hear them that steel hit up against that skull. Man, that joint is a thudding. It just make it, you almost be feeling like you can feel it. You know what I'm saying? You be feeling like, oh man, and you just see, and bodies just drop, man. They just be just limp. They just, it's instantly they go out. They instantly just go out, man. I seen a dude attack a dude with the curl bar while the dude was doing pull-ups. He was doing pull-ups and he came down, but they had a couple of words. They literally arguing over the pull-up bar. Who next? And both of these jokers is swole up. Both of them big. Both of them stay on the weight power. So they arguing about who was next or whatever, and dude just peeled off. He just peeled off, went on about his business. So dude keep getting up there doing his sets. The other dude's doing his sets. So he done went over there and he done got the curl bar and he acting like he looking for some ways to put on the curl bar because weights be scattered all over the weight pile. You know, so he acting like, and man, all he did was just got closer, and he looking, and he turned that joint to the side, and dude jumped up there and did his sets of pull-ups, and when he came down and landed, as soon as he turned around, he whacked him right in the face. Mop! Man, that dude, man, this is like you seen blood just splatter, and he just fell down. And when he fell down, man, he hit him about 2 times. Clank, clank, and just took the weight, the curl bar, threw that joint on up against the fence, and started walking up out the joint. And the same thing, man, I don't know, it's something about the body, I guess, when, I don't even know what they call it, I don't know the medical term, but if you get hit a certain way or do something, they just be shaking, man. He was just shaking, and it just was vicious. And I mean, he had a big chunk come out of his forehead, man. And his face, you couldn't even really see that, but you could automatically know his teeth was gone. You know that because the bar clack. And you could see this big chunk of meat hanging from his forehead. And dudes was trying to get him up. And man, that right there, that vision in my mind is so vivid because it looks so nasty and disgusting. And he was just shaking, man. He was just shaking. And the crazy part about it was, he like came back to consciousness. It's like his eyes was open, but so much blood was coming from him that it just looked disgusting, man. You know, so that weight pal, man, yeah, man. It'll have you paranoid. It'll have you paranoid on that weight pal because you seen stuff like that. You seen stuff like that. Dudes done broke out fighting on that joint. 2 and 3 dudes, and then they fighting 2 or 3 dudes. Then they buddies get in. So everybody grabbing weights and grabbing weight collars, and everybody always goes for the 5 or the 10 pound weights because they smaller, but it's still solid. Everybody, and they can put their finger through it like that. Dudes go for them, and they can throw them. You know what I'm saying? You got to imagine these weights. Dudes ain't going to try to grab, the heaviest weight or nothing because they can't really, manipulate that. But that curl bar, them 5 pound weights, them 10 pound weights, them collars, man, them Jones, they'll send you up out of here. Them Jones will send you up out here, and dudes be throwing them Jones. So when them dudes got in the little melee over the joint, dudes is just bagging up to the side of the fence, trying to get up out this joint because you don't know what's going to happen, man, if all this steel get to flying around there. You don't know what's going to happen. So I done seen these type of things on this. I won't never a big, frequent or user of the weight pal. So you can just imagine these things that I'm telling y'all right now, these things that I've actually seen. And I'm not an everyday dude to be on the weight pal. I'm not one of them type of jokers. So all the stuff that I done heard that went down on the weight pal, oh man, they done shut down the wreck, man, what happened? Oh man, dude got his head busted open out there on the weight pal. And they'll shut the weight pal down. They'll shut it down. And then like I said, on some compounds, they got rid of it altogether. And then you just only had the universal weights that was in the gym because it was so much violence going on these weight pals. So then they came up with this other idea that they said to themselves that they just gonna weld the weights together. So I done been on 2, 3 different compounds where they shut the whole weight pal down. You couldn't go on the weight pal for months and months and months because they had welders come in and they weld all the weights together where they can't come apart, where you would literally have to pick the whole weight bar up and hit somebody with it. That was due to the violence on the weight pal. That was due to the violence on the weight pal. So it messed it up because now you can't put the exact weight that you want. They just picked what you call it, denominations of weight to put on. Make this 225 and they weld it together. So it's only going to be 225. You can't have the 225 and change it and do some sets, take some off, put some on or whatever. You couldn't do none of that no more. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't do none of that no more. So you had dudes that was so into lifting weights and this is their life. This is how they do their time. Dudes was putting in for transfers and everything trying to get to compounds that still had what we call free weights. Because a lot of the compounds welded all the weights together. They got certain numbers of everything. If you can't lift that, or that's too heavy, or this is not light, or this is not heavy enough, you just stuck. Because the only thing you was going to be able to lift was all of the stuff that they put together. You couldn't do nothing else no more because dudes was getting their head busted open, dudes was getting their skulls cracked, dudes was getting bones broke, collarbones, arms, ribs, medical runs, helicopter runs, because dudes is fighting for their life because they done got hit up in the head with a weight collar, or they done got hit up in the head with a 10-pound weight. So it was costing them money too with all the medical runs and stuff. So they started welding all them weights together, man, because of the violence that was on them weight piles, man. Violence on the weight pile was a serious, that's a serious issue in prison. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with them horseshoes. That's steel too. Sometimes you go on compounds, they ended up taking the steel horseshoes off of the compound and start putting the rubber joints, which dudes ain't like, because a lot of dudes, they do their bit just playing horseshoes, especially all the country jokers, you know what I'm saying? They bet on that stuff. They be out there gambling playing horseshoes. So now you got the rubber ones, which, through the whole game off is more for kids, but that all came because dudes was using them. Dudes then came on the weight pile with them horseshoes in each hand and came on there and knock them, and fight dudes with them. And fight dudes with them on the weight pile. You got dudes on the weight pile fighting dudes, swinging horseshoes at them, and they swinging 5-pound collars and 5-pound weights and having the collar, and they took their belt off and put the belt loop through the man. I'm talking. Man, you be like the streets. What is that? What was that? The gangs of New York up in that joint. Yeah, it'd be like the gangs of New York up in there. Everybody, because you got some dudes. They would get involved in a confrontation on the weight pile because they love weight so much. And dudes come out there and they not really frequent weightlifters on the weight pile. And they come out there, they get to beefing. And dudes get to grabbing weights and stuff. And other dudes will get it. No, y'all go take that up off the weight pile. Take that up off the weight pile. Jump straight into beef. Because they scared if something happened on that weight pile that the people going to take the weights. And this how these dudes do their time. Now you talking some massive jokers, you know what I'm saying? But I don't care how big they is, they can't. The one little piece of steel is bigger than all the weights on the weight pile. That's called that Bethlehem, So, but them dudes will get in confrontation until you take that off the weight pile. But dudes don't want to leave the weight pile because that's where, for some it's dangerous, for some it's protection, because they know they can grab the weights. You got dudes that may not mess with that Bethlehem, and they out there with somebody and they beefing, or they think somebody get ready to jump them, they'll go to the weight pile. So they got some type of protection. They'll go to the weight pile. So it's a double-edged sword, man. It's dudes use it as protection, other dudes use it as a weapon. But that weight pile is dangerous, make no mistake about it. It's just too much, it's too much going on there, and it's too much dangerous stuff that you can grab. Too much dangerous stuff that you can grab. Then they had them little pipes that you could put the free weights on, the what's the name. That's why they had the welded dumbbells. But some of them joints had the little joints where you could put the weight, man, them little pipes like that. Oh, you know they got rid of them. You know they got rid of them. I ain't never seen a dude get hit solid with one of them. I seen a dude get hit in his arm. I seen a dude get hit all in his shoulders. I ain't seen a dude get hit in the head with him. Because I believe dudes know. They cognizant enough to know. If I hit a joke in the head with this, I'm probably gonna catch a body. If I hit a dude in the head with this, I'm probably gonna, man, that thing feel like it weighed like 2 or 3 pounds, man. And it's all solid, straight through steel. If you hit a joke in the head with that, man, you mess around, you catch a body, man. You will mess around and catch a body. So, like I said, that weight pile, man, it's vicious, man. It's a lot go down with that, it's a lot go down on that weight pile, man. And dudes, like I say, dudes went outside beefing, like little mobs, this mob against that mob. And they go out there, they go straight to the weight pile. They go straight to the weight pile. As soon as the wreck open and everybody filing out, because you got to wait for the police to leave and lock the gate. If anything going down, if you ain't, just trying to, make sure you get towed off because you're scared, you do something right in front of the police, fake check-in moves, stuff like that. But other than that, they wait for the police to leave. That's when everything jump off. So when they let us out on the yard, dudes start heading straight to the weight pile when they know it's beef. I told y'all when we had the thing back in the day with the DC and the Richmond dudes went out on the yard, went straight to the weight pile. When I had the situation with me and the robbery jump with the Gomez them, and my homies come out there with me, we go straight to the weight pile. You know what I'm saying? Because you outnumbered, you outgunned. You got to even that thing up. You go to weight pile, man. You start looking for them 10-pound weights, them 5-pound weights, them collars. You know, you start lacing up, you know, because you don't know what's going down. You don't know what they coming with. But you got to have equalizers, man. So, yeah, man. So, like I said, a lot of things in prison got messed up due to violence, man. A lot of privileges got taken away from us due to violence. Dudes going to find any way to use anything in prison as a weapon. You know, we end up losing like the pool tables on certain compounds because dudes was getting hit in the head with the pool balls. Dudes was getting hit in the head with the pool cues. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. You know, I remember they had the air hockey stuff. They end up taking that up out of the compound because dudes was breaking that, taking the rod out, making them ice picks. You know, it's survival of the fittest in there. Dudes, everything is a weapon. Everything is a weapon, but you know for a fact on that weight pile, everything is a weapon. Everything out there can be used as a weapon. If you fall, just regular rumbling out there, and you slip and fall, you probably can hit your head on some weights and it'll kill you, man. Crack your head open, break your arm, you know, break your elbow. I done seen dudes drop weights on them and get hurt bad. I done seen dudes lift up too much weight and they back messed up for the rest of their life. See them walking sideways every time I ever ran into them. 5 years later, 10 years later, they still messed up behind them weights. You know, so it's a dangerous spot in the penitentiary, man. It's a dangerous spot. There's a lot going on that joint. And how you gonna be comfortable lifting weights? You know how? That's why dudes usually go to the weight pile with a partner, a workout partner. Why? People think, oh, so he can spot him, he can do this. Yeah, that's part of it. The other part of it is, when I'm lifting, you make sure nobody run up on me. When you lifting, I'll make sure don't nobody run up on you. Because that's one of the worst places you could get caught. That's the worst place, one of the worst places in prison you could get caught slipping is up under some weights. Because now you fighting two opponents. You fighting whatever he's trying to do to you, and you fighting his weight from killing you, from falling on you, from crushing your face, crushing your throat. You fighting all of that. So I don't know how a lot of dudes would be out there, man, especially if they got beef, to be on that weight pile, be lifting and feel comfortable and, you know, not paying attention to their surroundings. Some dudes be out there with the headphones on and they listening to music. Man, I ain't doing none of that. Dudes jog with the headphones on. I don't do that neither. I got to hear, see, and know what's going on around me for me to even feel like, you know, I'm at any level of comfortability. But they do it, man. They do it and they get caught slipping and they get hurt like that, man. They get hurt like that, messing around on the weight piles, man. It's not a joke, man. It's not a joke, man. And it's dangerous, man. It's dangerous. Yeah, so they welded most of them. I think at one point in time, I think it was Nottoway, it might have been Nottoway, had the only free weights, man. So all the weightlifters was trying to get transferred to Nottoway, because Nottoway was like one of the last institutions that still had free weights, because almost on all the rest of them, there's been so much violence, man. They weld them all together. They had to be welded together, and that was the only way. Dudes are stealing weights, taking them off the weight pile, going in the building and cracking the dude across the head with the weights. All of that stuff be going on in the penitentiary, man. You know, you got to get in where you fit in, man. Make an edge where there's no edge. You got to even the odds up, man. And that weight pile made it like that for everybody. And then some of them, they had free weights. I mean, they had the welded weights on the yard, and they made another little smaller weight pile where you had to get the CO to come and open the gate and let you in, and you locked in and you can't get out. So if you do anything in there, the finger gonna be able to be pointed at whoever has done it. You know, whoever's done it. And some of them, they put the camera in there. So if they don't see it and you locked in, when they look at that camera, they're gonna be able to say it was you. So all of this to try to, you know, prevent the violence in there, man. So they say, but in my opinion, I know they don't really care if we kill each other anyway. But yeah, but it goes down. I think they're more concerned about the medical bill and the charges that they getting and keeping their job than they are about, you know, if somebody get their head split open on the weight pile. You know, that's just my personal observation. But anyway, man, y'all talk to me in the comments. I talk back. You know, like I said, the weight piles are dangerous in penitentiary, man. You know what I'm saying? Very, very dangerous, man. You know, it's an asset and a liability all in one. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Talk to me in the comments. Like I said, it's a blessing in every lesson, and the blessing is that I learned my lesson. I knew not to go on that weight power too many times, and I knew when I was on there to always keep my eyes and ears open at all times. Don't get too comfortable or get too caught up in lifting them weights and not knowing what's going on around me, because I seen a lot of dudes get late like that. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Talk to me. I talk back, man. I appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. Big love, TBP Nation, man. We on the road to 100K. What y'all gonna do? Huh? Barbecue meal, do. Boom, 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 boom. Duck them hooks, man. Bam.
The banky special.
Yeah.
Pure delicious.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.